Alright everyone, welcome back. We are at the very start of the medieval. We have picked the Khmer and not felt bad about it because we are at war with the Byzantines who are about to go up to the early modern, and there weren't very many options available. So I've mostly wiped out the brown AI. They still have a little bit of stuff left, but I took my Keen and Gnosis off of them in the last episode thanks to the power of my Praetorians and their ability to mop the floor with Hunnicords. So we're currently at war with Blue, who is, like I said, the Byzantines, but they were previously the Greeks, so I'm currently dealing with a spam of hoplites. I'm going to go ahead and heal everyone here. Low health was a bit of an issue in the last fight. These guys seem like they want to go around and attack one of my cities. So I'm going to go straight into feudalism, and it's time to move some people back onto science in some of my cities. Let's see, who can afford to move on to science? Probably in here. There we go. And bear in mind, I also have I have a lot of this lead, which makes my researchers much more efficient. And then silver as well, which is giving me extra science on research quarters. Okay, so they're taking another fight here. Pretty much the exact same terrain as last time, which, is not going to go well for them, considering my units are much higher health than they were before. Of course, they're deploying more hoplites than they did before, so. I do have this fort here, and it's critical I continue to hold this fort. I'll try to not make the same mistake that I did in the last battle at the end of the last episode. How did they do 29 damage to me? Well, they only took 12. Sometimes there's a little too much randomness for my taste in terms of how much damage gets done. Okay, definitely want to hold that high ground there. Just going to let them ram into me. No need to be super aggressive. Basically nowhere I can go where I'm not on a river with the archer. Okay, I can't quite kill him. How about now? I think he's just slightly out of range of being killable. So let's send this guy down here, I think. I'm going to need more units in this area, I suspect. I want to keep him on this hill in case I need to reinforce the fort, which I think is fairly likely. Who's that low health guy? Right there. Okay. Okay, so don't need to reinforce the fort this turn. So we'll use him to reinforce this luxuries market, that district. And we'll attack with him for the higher health. This guy's currently tanking this guy, so I don't want to deplete his health even more. Move him back, replace with a higher health unit. Finally move this guy up off the river. And it seems they're concentrating their units down in this area. So I'm going to go ahead and move my excess Praetorian down that way. So it is actually a good thing I picked the Romans here. This would have been doable with the Achaemenids, but I would definitely be taking more casualties. Like, I don't have a major high ground advantage here. I do have these districts that I'd be getting the Bastion effect from, but just the sheer combat strength of the Praetorians is really good against hoplite spam like this. Now, as the player, you can definitely overcome Praetorians with your own hoplites if you're playing smart. But again, you know, the AI, not quite as capable as the player, obviously. Okay. I think there are a couple hoplites hanging out in back here, so I'm going to move forward and secure a decent position again. I don't know where these guys think they're going. Probably back here. Let's get like one guy in each of these cities, just in case they're like trying to do some sneaky nonsense. Okay, where are they? Here they come. Okay, I'll get rear attacks on this hoplite here. Okay. Alright, now that I know where they all are, this should be an easy mop-up. Okay, there's my rear attack. Go ahead and knock him out. Pretty sure that's... Oh, they have another full health hoplite hanging out somewhere. Alright, let's see where they come from. There they are. Okay, they are on high ground. Let's just surround him, basically. Okay, there's my rear attack. Rear attack there. Okay, easy. No problem at all. So, units like that, you know, once you can surround enemies and get rear attacks, even if they have very high combat strength, they'll start falling pretty easily. Okay, so the Ghanaians, looks like they probably declared war. Yeah, they did. They're at war with their liege, so that should divert quite a few of these hoplites away from me. And it is beret time, ladies and gentlemen, or bare. Not really sure which it is, to be perfectly honest. Bare there, bare there. Let him finish the other infrastructure first. Babylon? Yeah, just plop them wherever gets me the most stuff. Doesn't seem right that that would get me more than putting it here. I guess I'm adding a river. Yeah, okay, that does make sense. So basically, I'm adding some food to a river that I'm not already working with that spot compared to that spot. Okay, time to heal again. Okay, grievance. I'll renounce it for now. I don't really want to get into yet another war at the moment. I am going to just heal this stack right here. Whoops. Don't know how I separated him out accidentally. Let's get these two combined and reduce their upkeep a little bit. And they're going to... I'm going to let them naturally heal, and this guy's going to go for the siege. Oh, they're going for my capital, I guess. Okay. Well, 2 can play that game. Unfortunately, I only have citizens at the moment. Rather, I'm 1 turn away from peasants. So I'm going to let them enter the city down here, because that is low ground. And these guys say they can get in. At least they... Yeah, come on. But they're actually out of movement, so they can't. So I just have to sit here and take punishment for several turns. Really wish I could have had peasants. I would have been totally fine here. Okay, just maintain control of the high ground. Gonna lose a couple pop in this city. But it is what it is. Alright. Bring these guys up, maybe get someone from behind. And fundamental values I do not need. That reduces the production cost of commons quarters or garrisons. I'm not really building either of them at the moment. So I'm curious about this. If your citizens can upgrade mid-battle, they do not. Okay. So let's give these poor citizens a break. Just go ahead and knock him out. Kill those hoplites. These guys can retreat. Can't quite make it where I want to go here. See if maybe I can get these archers to kill him. Not quite. That's fine. Okay. Alright, easy finish here. And that's why you keep reserves, right? Is sneaky stuff like that. You always need to have some kind of unit available or some army available in case something goes wrong. Because things are going to go wrong. Things go wrong all the time. Actually, let me think about that military architecture choice. I want to go in Theology for that city cap, and then I can go down to military architecture for the Dandigaja. Oh, they're selling. Okay. I thought I clicked, but apparently I did not. Okay, all my archers can go on up here. We'll keep one Praetorian up here just in case there's something funky with the battlefield, but I'm going to put the rest of them down here. Because there shouldn't be a way to access this area in the current battlefield. Alright. Gonna go for... Ooh, they have Pikemen now. A little bit more dangerous than the units they've been working with up to this point. Let's see. Go for those citizens here. Looks like I don't need him up here, so we'll come down. I should mop this up next turn. Don't know. Ah, it's down here. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know where their other citizen is. Looks like I will not mop this up this turn because their citizen's kind of just camping out, having a good time, you know, getting some s'mores. Oh, okay. Basically killed itself for me. And there we go. Alright. It would be nice to take, like, one of their actual cities in this conflict, but that's not going to happen. Okay. Would like to take just unattached territories. Or, you know, as many territories as I can. I don't have enough, you know, war score to make them a vassal. So I'm just going to grab territories, and then they can give me a massive reparation. I don't really care where they are. Okay. I just care that I'm taking away their ability to build things in those territories, right? And taking away luxury resources. Like, they might go pillage them, and, you know, if I were a player, that's exactly what I would do. But I have the forces that can get over there that I should be able to fight them off. Okay, Barre's starting to go up. Really? That's the best spot for it? I don't know. I kind of prefer it over here. Yeah. It's a weird spot in terms of city development, I think. But that's in a different territory altogether anyway. That's fine then. We can get another one down here. That looks good. I should attach this so I can build a beret in it. Ooh, that's a big stability hit. Just going to buy that out. I'm going to need another commons quarter. But how much do I get? I get 10 stability from the garrisons here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Then we can drop another beret there. That all looks good. Okay. And then eventually, I am going to pillage the city and attach it to my king. Okay, land rights. We will want those eventually. Mongols went up to the next era. You have like one city, dude. How are you going up eras? Okay, they want to fight me again. This time they have a substantially more dangerous army. I'm just going to retreat from that. Going to put down my outpost. Okay, they're not going to let me put down an outpost. But they won't be able to enter my territory. Yeah, we can trade for now. Gemstones. Give me all your gemstones, please. And what do you want? Ghanaians? Sure, we can trade. Yeah, give me... Ooh, silk is better, actually. So silk gives +2 industry on maker's quarters, which is very good. I have a lot of maker's quarters. Then marble gives +1 industry on workers. Okay, they're going to chase after me for sure, so let's back up this way. These guys are safe, though, because they're in my own territory. We'll go out and drop an outpost next turn. Basically, want a bunch of the Don Vigaja before I go after blue again. I took a lot of their territory there. And, you know, they'll eventually be able to pillage and replace it, but the AI don't always do that. Okay. Just wait there. Okay, Mykeen. Let's get some stability in Mykeen, because I'm going to need it when I attach this. So we'll work on that public fountain. Yeah, we can grab a commons quarter as well. We'll let the commons quarter finish. We'll want the berets. Once I get through that queue, we'll pillage Knossos and get it attached. Okay, sure, buddy. That is definitely a fight that you can take. AI and their weird decisions never cease to puzzle me. Go for these pikemen with my archers. Almost killed them, actually. That was a lot of damage. There we go. I could turn on builder mode in one of my cities. I know it's not called builder mode anymore. It literally used to be called builder mode. Might not be a bad idea. I want to get military architecture first, though. Then I want to start investing in more science. Okay. And we'll also add the aqueducts. Just prepping for delivery, so to speak. Alright, political entitlement. Yeah, I don't really have enough influence for most of these. Yeah, that one right there. Then I think I can afford to attach that. That's a big stability loss, but I am okay. Getting a little bit of money out of this, a little bit of everything. AI are not good at specializing. Let's add the fountain in here. Might be prudent to get that one civic that reduces my the production cost of commons quarters. But I don't need it, and even if I did, I don't have the influence for it anyway. Can definitely think about like the Ming or the Edo in the next era. I do need influence. This is not converting. It's taking quite a while. Actually, I think I've lost a hold of that one. Really, that's fewer than it used to be, which is kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, I can't afford to refuse that at the moment. Oh shit! I just did refuse. God damn it! This is why you don't play tired, kids. So now I'm going to have minus 50 stability in this city for 10 turns. What I can do to help alleviate that a little bit is station an army there. I think it's plus 5 stability for each unit you have stationed. So that can help a little bit. Let's see. And go ahead and attach that as well. Get another beret in there. Science and industry is good for now. And we are going to need some more stability eventually, but let's get some core infrastructure online as well. Nox turning into a pretty decent city. Okay, I'm going to drop everyone on industry so I get my stability back up as soon as possible. Minus 50 from Defiant is really... it's really hurting a lot right now. So I think my plan here is that I want to knock out the Aztecs. And that gives me a more manageable front, because it's a very strange front right now. Also, the Byzantines settled a city here for whatever godforsaken reason. I also want to start thinking about exploring the ocean, but I need a seafaring mastery to do that. I think I'd rather go into alchemy first to boost my science. I have not done a good job of getting specialist cities so far. A lot of my sort of supplementary outputs are pretty weak. So I really want to be investing in some other things that produce money in science. Okay, Builder Star. Let's get one more Commons Quarter in here for when I inevitably attach. Let's go on Expert Policy, just the usual of production and science for now. My science is kind of slow at the moment. Let's see. Okay, second tier. Okay, Bear Not False Witness is gone, but +5 money on market quarters is still available, and it is way better than these other options. So I'm going to take that, and that'll get me a little more money. I can already enter the next era if I chose to do so. And I could consider going up fairly early here. There are some good options. The Ming would be great for me for some extra influence. I could play the Edo that I haven't played a lot of yet, but they're kind of just a worse Ming, to be honest. Like, the Tea House is way better. I have not played much of the Haudenosaunee because the AI like to pick them almost every game. Blue's still doing pretty well in fame generation, relatively speaking. But I have plenty of fame opportunities left in this era, so I'm not going up yet. I'm gonna think about the Haudenosaunee if I can actually get it, though. Sure, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, I'm gonna mass a bunch of guys on the border here. These guys are gonna stay in here for that stability bonus they're giving. +20 stab right there is not too bad. Alright. Alright, Knossos. I don't know why the Aztecs will get a grievance. They haven't possessed that city in hundreds of years at this point. Anyway, I could build an obelisk. I think I'd rather just have that in Babylon, though. Build it way out there. I'm gonna have you help. Can I get that in one turn? There we go. What is this? Why am I getting so many notifications? Like, are they ransacking all of these or something? Okay. Notifications are broken. So that's good to know. Anything I can... I guess I can help with obelisk there and take this guy off obelisk. Yeah, that'll do it. And then I'm gonna drop there and attach. Yeah, there goes stability. So good thing I built a bunch of these quarters. The Dutch, huh? Actually, the Dutch are someone I am very not worried about the AI playing, because they don't have an emblematic unit. So it's gonna make my life a lot easier. Alright. So, gonna get that watermill online so I build things a little faster, and then I'm going to continue with the Commons Quarter spam. Nice thing about the Commons Quarter spam is that it'll help me get a little bit of influence as well, which I do actually need. Okay. So, everyone's gonna wait a turn, and next turn we will go after the Aztecs, who have quite a few luxuries, actually, which will be nice to steal from them. And we'll send these guys on a little expedition out towards that island over there. Still ways to go on my science era stars, but definitely accomplishable. Yes. More science, please. More science output. So the reason I'm focusing on science in my capital here is I picked the Babylonians, right? So I'm getting that +3 science per researcher from the astronomy house. So my researchers are more effective in my capital than they're going to be in any of my other cities. But I do need to just catch up on research in general. Okay, still losing stability here. What's likely to get filled in? This area probably with market quarters, so we can drop, well, let's see. I think that's a commons quarter that's getting built there. Yeah, that's fine. So this area is likely to get surrounded by market quarters, so that'll come in handy, even if it's not giving me a ton of stability immediately. How many turns left do I have on that Defiance? 3 turns? Okay. So let's bring our stability back up here. Be really nice to have manufactories, but obviously I did not go for the Umayyads here. So I think this is going to be my other science city. I have a lot of like dead space over here that I can use. And these strategics provide a little bit of bonus to my science output as well. So it's as good a spot as any. Let's get my science infrastructure. Looks good for now. I meant to declare war, and I did not do that. Sure, yeah, that looks fine. Oh, and okay. I guess I'm not declaring war. Want to rebuild my war support there. I do need to start building some Dandi Gaja so that I can really, really abuse them. So, okay, Mykeen, still working on that. Could turn builder mode on in Knock. They have a pretty high amount of food, so they can replenish their population. I don't want to turn it on in Babylon, because that's where most of my science is coming from. Let's go for 4 of these. And slap on that builder mode. Still taking 2 turns to produce them, which is a little odd. Anyway, I'll let Nock produce my elephants. I can produce them in 1 turn without builder mode here, but I need to be focusing on science at the moment. I think this plus 10% science gives me more than building another research quarter, so we'll get that first. Okay, finally recovering stability here. Mykeen getting there. Still thinking about Haudenosaunee. I have a lot of empty slots I could fill in some of my cities, like this one here and this one here. I don't remember what their legacy trait is. Right, +1 food on exploitation is not too bad at all. Obviously, the Mughals are good all the time. Ottomans could be pretty useful here as well. But we'll see once I get a couple more of these era stars. You'll notice that religion is a lot harder to really push now. And that's a good thing, really. You know, unless you're playing like the Teutons or something, where you can get a ton of faith. And that's kind of how it should be, right? It needs to be an investment that you make. I wouldn't mind getting a little extra influence, actually. I don't have flood irrigation in here either. Now that I have an attached territory that has a river and a little bit of a river here, that's probably worth getting. City kind of has a little bit of everything, which makes it hard to prioritize what I really want. That plus 18 money is very attractive, though. We'll need at least 1 more of these. That'll be fine. Actually, no. That's best saved for a market quarter. Drop one right here. That'll fill out nicely. Okay. And the Edo have declared war on me. Okay, so we're doing this again. Doing the same old song and dance. And let's just go for heavy infantry, I think. They do have a lot more units than I do at the moment. I'd prefer to be on the defensive in one of my cities. This just keeps going back and forth. Just replace that, whatever. I can't afford the stability hit. Extra health regeneration is going to be very useful. Let's get a few more of these elephants. I'll need to move these quickly so they don't get intercepted. Okay, they're just going to go straight in for a fight. And they do have Varangians now, which are very good. If you have not had to play against them. And in fact, I have not had to play against AI Varangian Guard, so we'll see how this goes. Now, this is a situation where I'd actually prefer to have way more ranged units than I do. When you're at a disadvantage in terms of your unit's combat strength, you really want to be defending and letting your, units, your ranged combat units plink away at the higher health enemies. Okay. So, put that. Whoa. Which two Praetorians are those? Those ones. Okay. So let's move all the other Praetorians. That's not a district there. I just want to hold all the districts. Everyone else is basically just hanging out on the high ground. Okay. Well, you're way over there. Let's move you somewhere useful. Alright. See how they do. See what they do, for that matter. So if you don't know this, unless this has changed, the value you get from fortifications, the defensive value from fortifications, is the same regardless of what level of fortification you have. Like, the fortification is basically a toggle for whether or not you're getting the defensive bonus from it. So I used to build a lot of walls, and now I pretty much never build them, just because of that fact. Okay, which okay, archers are here. Please kill him. Nope. Okay, well, I gotta take that attack now. He needs to die. These guys are kind of in an awkward position, but should draw some people away from the main combat. Now, these guys are in an awkward position as well, but also a very useful position. Would really like to kill these crossbows, but I don't think that's possible this round. Let's get all of these guys onto the field. And I'm not going to take those attacks. I am going to take an attack against the crossbows, though. So I do want to kill them. They're probably the most dangerous unit on the field for me. Everything else I can deal with just by defending. Where's that Varangian? He's over there. Okay. See how much damage he actually does. Wow. It's a big owie right there, is what that is. I have a district right here. I didn't realize that. It's a little hard to see the walls when you haven't upgraded walls, when you use this, this mode. Okay, so I need to be shooting the Varangians. Got those crossbows. Ooh, I can't move him. I can't move any of these units, so high chance that this guy just dies next turn. Start working on these crossbows. Okay, crossbows are dead, so the only real threat remaining here is this Varangian, who is likely to kill my Praetorian here. Oh, unless he does that. But I think I'll lose that Praetorian now. Yeah, rear attacks. Really? Wait. Oh, come on. So, this drives me crazy, right? Because you can move through districts over cliffs. I kind of wish you couldn't if they're outside fortifications, right? Because he was able to just come up and kill my archer by moving over these two districts, which is insane. Anyway, let's keep shooting these Varangians. I'm a little upset about that, to be perfectly honest. Rear attack there. Okay, let's move these guys back. Move some fresh fodder forward. Out of range of the Varangians. Okay, can protect him, so we'll do that. And I don't know. Who am I most likely to kill here? Those guys, I think. Alright. And some around there. And that'll do it for that round. Made a few mistakes there that were avoidable. Little upset about losing that archer, to be perfectly honest. Might lose this guy too. But I am facing off against much higher tech units now, so some losses are pretty much inevitable. I would just prefer to not take any losses, because that's the kind of person I am. Alright, so should have a position here to shoot the Varangians. This is why I need greatswords, really, is if they start spamming those Varangian guards out, it'll be... My front line's not going to last very long. Okay. Get these elephants together. Looks like they're trying to do a little sneak attack on my capital again, and unfortunately for them, that is not going to work. Okay, plus 10% science. I'm going to keep ramping up science in that city. I realize the builder mode is on there. I don't have New World on, do I? This is just an island, right? I mean, I can't have New World on. I'm on Pangea. I built one too many. Oh, you are going to regret that, sir. Alright. Time to feel the power of this fully operational battle station. We'll leave a peasant in front for some fodder. Alright. It is time to die. There's this other one. Let's get him up on the high ground where he can really decimate. And we'll shoot the pikemen there. Back that guy up so the pikemen don't stab him in the butt. Okay. Move you off the river. Get you line of sight. On to high ground with you. Let's see. Yeah, that is high ground right there. Retreat with him, move him up. Alright, easy fight there. Be nice to connect these two parts of this city up. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade those to crossbows. Archers are not going to be able to survive if I make a mistake. Okay, nice thing about Varangians, if the AI are using them, they have honor code, so they can never retreat. Which means I can snipe these stupid units that are just running around for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Alright. Get my rear attack. Get another rear attack. But you can see how much damage they do, right? I have to take these opportunities to kill them one at a time. Because otherwise, like, a whole army of those things is just gonna tear me to shreds. Where'd their unit go? There he is. Alright. Swift on 27 units. I'm going to go for Deconstruct. Gets me an Arquebus. Need 2 more districts for my builder stars. This is going to be a lower fame game than I'm used to. Part of that has to do with the new scaling on the aesthete stars and merchant stars. Doesn't really matter where I found this outpost. Just in case there's another strategic on here or I need more copper for whatever reason. Okay, I don't really want them to attack me, to be honest. Keep moving. Two more attacks. 2 more attacks. 2 more attacks. Going to turn off builder mode here. It's not really doing that much for me, to be honest. And still need a little stability. I wish I could build this somewhere that wasn't a river, please. They're all kind of river spots. Build it here. Ugh, I'll sacrifice a river for a 15 stability commons quarter. Feels kind of bad, but all my build spots are rivers at the moment. Alright. Can attach this eventually. I don't want to lose that stability right now, though. Okay, and they do have arquebuses. Though they are no match for my Don Vigaja, really, because I have indirect fire. And they only have 1 more combat strength. So only need 2 more pops for agrarian stars, which is pretty good, actually. Now I could attach down here. I hate these sneaky guys that run around your entire territory. Okay, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna fall back a bit. Okay, and I do have great swords now. I might consider disbanding one of these armies, to be honest. Let's see. I think I might. So what I'm gonna do is swap those guys there and swap the higher veterancy units back into this army. And that army can take 1 more. And then I'm going to disband these guys because they're sucking up some of my gold, and realistically, I'm not going to be able to upgrade this many units. I don't have the gold to support that. A white piece. No. I am going to fight you to the end, my friends. Alright. Can't remember. Can I do... I think I can take either chivalry or guilds into centralized power. I'm going to go for chivalry because it's fewer turns. And as soon as I era up, I'm going straight for patronage for manufactories. That's also part of why my odds can be so good, is because you can research stuff from the next era, which means manufactories. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade that army, just so I have like some competent frontline units, since they have a Varangian in here. I'm gonna go ahead and attack them. Oh, or they're going to attack me. Okay. Let's see. So, gonna put the great swords in front. I'm gonna go ahead and give up this district again, like I did last time. I'm gonna put my direct fire unit right here, so he has line of sight of everything. And all the Don Vigaja are going to be up on the high ground, where they get some pretty massive combat strength bonuses. And let's see. I do have a lot of high ground to work with here. Is that my great sword? Yep, another great sword there. Okay, so we'll put the Praetorian right here, other Praetorian there. I don't really care too much about where all these other units are. Just safe. Like, I don't know why my units are all deployed over in these weird locations here. Like, what is this deployment? Why would I ever want someone down there? Alright, that's good enough. I don't sweat, like, the perfect deployment when battles get to this size. It just takes too long. Okay, let him resolve his crap. And what do we need to pick up? We need a food market. Let's get some of the gold infrastructure in here. Pick up one last commons quarter. I think that's the last one that I'm going to need in here, because I am going to start getting the manufactories in the not too distant future. Okay, my turn. Where are the Varangians? Is that them? Yes, it is. Let's see. Okay. Ah, nice. I can shoot them with my arquebus. Solid. Then I can move him back and move this guy here to get direct line of sight. Oh man, they don't have a chance. When you have these fire and move units, you really want to abuse your ability to get line of sight on all of your units, if at all possible. Not going to be possible with this elephant, unfortunately, but I can get him in range of these Varangians here. I'm going to move these guys back. Don't want them to die. And that's good enough. Don't really need to go out and go after these guys. I am perfectly capable of just sitting in my little hut of a city and killing them from here. And they're going to run all their units away. Something I've noticed about the AI is that they tend to not block reinforcement points. I don't know if that's deliberate on the part of the developers. Okay. I have to start actually moving my units out a little bit. Oh, he shot already. That was dumb of me. But that's okay. The Don Vigaja is high enough combat strength that the penalty it gets from melee isn't that bad. Still have to watch out for Varangians, of course, but the Varangians are dead, so No need to worry there. Let's get this crossbow. Praetorian should be able to survive easily with the their main threat dead, since apparently they only want to ever build one Varangian in their armies. Okay, I don't think this guy would have shot yet. Move you forward. Move you down here. There we go. Alright, let's see what they do. Next priority is the arquebus here. Ranged combat unit that easily has their highest combat strength of any of their remaining units. Can I shoot him from here? I can. This guy actually shoot? He did. We'll move him down. This is a very resilient arquebus. Maybe I'm just getting bad luck on my damage rolls here. Alright. Direct line of sight right there, so I'll take that and move you back. Move you up. Direct line of sight on the pikeman. Shot with him. And get my crossbows in here for some damage. Okay, he shot already. And crossbows, can I get you to do anything this turn? I don't think I can. That's fine. Just mop up with the Praetorians. And there we go. Check my stars. One more on the scientist. I'd really like to get at least one expansionist star here as well. I don't really have the stability to support it at the moment, though. Especially down here, I have some districts that got built. Could attach, like could attach this one. It doesn't have any districts. But I don't think it's worth it for 69 fame. Ha ha ha. Yes, yes, we know the joke. Okay. So, time to go on the offensive a little bit. Spearheaded by my perfectly balanced elephant units. Get in there. Alright, so I don't want a low health unit on the front. Oops, there we go. My crossbows are basically not going to do anything here. And I am just, going to camp outside the city and let them run their peasants into me where I get, defensive bonuses. Alright. Yep, good enough. Oh, look, Varangians. Yeah, look at that. They do a lot of damage. But I should be able to mop them up pretty easily. Hopefully they don't suicide into my elephant there. Okay, we'll move the crossbows there to shoot them. Shoot with the Damvigaja. Finish them off with Praetorians. Alright. And now back to our regularly scheduled program of peasant murder. Go ahead and end the round again. And this will hopefully be a fairly easy cleanup. They almost got me there. Alright. So, peasants dead, peasants dead. Alright, that's everyone. So there's that city. Need to take out whatever city's up there as well. I'll just end up pillaging them, to be honest. Well, maybe I can keep this one. That one probably would have used colony model, I suspect. Okay, one more turn, and then I can click up. Yep. So, basically foregoing these three every era this game. But, ooh, a mortar. Interesting. But it is time to click up. I could go for the Joseon. I am falling a little bit behind on my science output, if you look at how long it's going to take me to research stuff. I don't think I've played them yet on stream. The Ming would still be useful to have. The Mughals are... Well, the Mughals and the Haudenosaunee have been picked by someone I haven't met. I've really met only a very limited number of people. I was kind of in a very isolated spot. In fact, you know, especially on a Pangea, it's very strange to spawn so close together to another player. I think I have to go for the Joseon here. I need the extra science. And we'll wrap up this turn and call it an episode. Let's just move our units forward. I'm going to explore up this way a bit, see what the city looks like. Actually, you should probably go up there with them. And in here, let's see. We could use, no, we're not building those in the city. We're building science stuff. We are going to need more food at some points. I think a harbor is probably a little more efficient here. It is. Gets us more food on that harbor. We'll put a turn into furnace steel, but we're going to switch that up at the start of the next episode. So that's the episode. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time for the early modern.